Hey everyone, welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. Last time we took on Arcana, and now we've come back over here to the card shop to find this guy in the shop.
Hello, Joey Wheeler told me of this shop. I too am a duelist.
It just makes me think of like, oh, I am also human.
The regular customers here are all very strong. If I buy some cards, perhaps I will become strong too. I am sorry, I must refuse your challenge. Not with my deck, I will be able to defeat you.
Anyways, so once that's done, we can actually come up over here and go back to the overworld map. From the overworld map, you'll see that we have two new locations. We got this building here and also this bridge. We're actually going to go ahead and go to the bridge because... Worms, get out of my sight! Not even token resistance. Pathetic. You're Yugi's sidekick. Listen, you tell Yugi this. I'll accept your challenge anytime. Got it? There's no need to wait for the tournament finals. Tell him the next time we meet will be his end. Ugh, he's too strong. Seto Kaiba. I've played against many other duelists, but he's in a class of his own. So we're actually gonna go over here and talk to this random fellow over here. Listen, do you know anything about those hooded creeps? I'm trying to track them down. No, but I know about these duels you about to catch. Huh? Sure. Bring it. But be fair about it. I mean, I guess I will. Let's go ahead and put up our latest anti-card, the Summon Skull. See if we can get something good from this guy. Boy, oh boy. Not the greatest hand. I forgot that the way I have this deck right now, I have a lot of crap to mitigate me using a lot of stronger cards, which is a bit of annoying. Because I get a lot of times where I start to duel off with cards like this, and later on I'll get something useful. Come on, the hell on. Alright. I don't know why you would play that in defense mode when we had the same attack, I think. Well, it's... oh, fuck it, now she's gone. Oh, and apparently you can't have more than 9,999 life points. Alright, that's good to know. Ooh, we actually have Black Skull Dragon, but we can't actually summon him just yet. Go ahead and, okay, get rid of this Penguin Knight here, and hopefully little buddy, the Wandering Doom, lasts until next turn. Yes, he does. Alright. Why not? I'll actually back into the darkness. Now tribute Jaren number 1, number 2, and the Wandering Doom to summon Black Skull Dragon. Oh man. Speaking of Black Skull Dragon, I've been playing a lot of Duel Links. Like a lot of Duel Links. Like I recently, not so much recently, but a couple weeks ago, I ended up streaming. They had the Dr. Crowler event. I ended up streaming that, and that was a lot of fun. And then after that, I've been just streaming like ranked matches and the Kaiba Cup and stuff like that. And that's been pretty dope. I don't know. When the game first came out, I was like, wow, that's really cool that they have, you know, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Phone game. That's dope. Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty easy to play, you know, handheld, so the phone was the next progression, right? Because we had all these handheld games, and then now we have it on the phone, which is, you know, the like Super Saiyan handheld, right? At first, I thought it was complete and utter garbage. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this, but there's like a Twitter post of me just saying Duel Links fucking sucks. And that's primarily just because when you start out, you have a shitty deck of like, similar to this game where you have just a bunch of low-level monsters that don't really do much. You can see that guy got his ass kicked. Magically disappeared and got replaced with this chick, which is funny, because if you go to the second area here, the building, we'll not only see my Valentine, but, oh, I guess she doesn't show up yet. Okay. I think if you beat my Valentine, she actually shows up on the other side of the map for whatever reason, which is really weird. I don't know if you can duel her twice. You're a duelist, aren't you? Come on, duel with me, sure. Okay, I'm primed and ready to go. probably one of the most normal guys and conversations I've ever had in this game. But yeah, I hated it because they had a bunch of like shitty cards that you were forced to use, and then on top of that, your opponents were garbage because they just start out by just all they do is just play their own. They have their own shitty deck, and all they do is just play monsters in attack mode, and then just end their turn. Like, no effort was put into the AI and stuff, so I was just really disappointed. And then the card system was pretty shit because you had to get, you know, 50 gems, which amounts to like 1 pack, and 1 pack is only 3 fucking cards. So I thought all that was ridiculous, you know? But eventually, after you, you know, level up your, I don't know what you want to call it. They have like stages you can go through, which is sort of, I guess, like the difficulty. The higher up a stage, the more the difficulty ramps up. And by doing, you know, leveling up stages, you level up the random computer characters that you face off there, right? So I would eventually get up to the point where they were actually pretty formidable, and they would actually kick my ass quite often. So that was pretty good. And then another thing that used to annoy me was in the earlier stages, the AI, the like auto duel AI, because you can, it's pretty boring to duel so many times consecutively. So you can set up a thing where the computer duels for you. And that I really like. But my problem with it early on is that sometimes the computer would play like monsters in defense mode when they don't really need to be in defense mode. And it'll be monsters that I'll have less attack. Like I'll have Little D over here, right? And he'll play him in defense mode, 700 defense, but he has 1100 attack just because it's like the opening turn of the duel. And my opponent with some like, you know, Dharma Cannon or something like that, because they also have shitty cards, and they'll destroy my possibly strongest monster at that point. So I used to have to actually manually go in and duel these really shitty opponents. So that used to really frustrate me. But in any case, afterwards the game became pretty decent. And in addition to all of that, they also released a lot of cool cards. One of the other main sort of things about Duel Links is that they've shrunken down a lot of the game, made it a lot more miniature. So the field is not 5 spell trap card zones, there's not 5 monster zones, there's only 3. In addition to that, there's also only 20 cards in your deck you can have minimum, and then the maximum is actually 30. So it's a pretty different ballpark considering a lot of cards. Like there's, I'm sure, a bunch of videos online, but everyone's always speculating about what cards it is that they're going to be able to bring into the game and what cards they're not going to be able to bring in. Like just recently, one of their most recent events is that they brought in the GX characters, which is really dope. That's why I got back into it, because they brought back GX, or not brought back, they brought in GX, because I was previously getting quite bored of the vanilla game. So having new characters spiced it up. But in any case, in them bringing new characters, they brought in Johan Anderson, or Jesse Anderson, and what he does is that he has a Crystal Beast deck. The problem with Crystal Beast is that you need to have several cards. Well, no, not you need to have several cards. Their effect is that when they're destroyed, they become spell and trap cards. Face up, they become continuous spell cards, right? And you need them there, you know, as much as possible to activate their effects. The thing with them is that you only have 3 zones, so you can only really have 2 Crystal Beasts in your spell and trap zones. Because if you have 3, then you can't activate any cards. On top of that, they also didn't release him with his trump card, Rainbow Dragon, which is fine because they actually stated like, oh, I don't have my trump card. And it's also similar to how in the anime he starts out without his trump card. But it's just funny that he has no other way of winning, especially, you know, in this neutered version, without him, you know, summoning the one power-up card that he has is Crystal Abundance. That's the only card he has to power up his monsters. And then it gives him 800 attack, and he has like 3 of those. So that's all he can do. And then he has like Dweller of the Dark or some shit like that, or the Caverns, or the Deep, I think it is. But it boosts up its attack in accordance to how many face-up continuous spell cards you control. So its max attack is 2100. So it's either that, or he summons Crystal Beast and activates, you know, those 2 spell cards, that one spell card that I talked about twice. Assuming he doesn't have his, you know, spell traps card zone filled up. So it's just really interesting considering how things are going to go out from there. Because the other thing about Crystal Beasts is that you need to have one of each type of Crystal Beast. There's 7 of them. You have to have them all either on the field or in the graveyard in order to summon the trump card, Rainbow Dragon. So it's going to be a lot more difficult, which is just funny because a lot of people like Crystal Beast. I'm looking for my little brother. He's little, but he's good at cards. So he left home on his own to enter this tournament. I've been looking for him, but I can't find him. I'm worried. You want to duel instead? Sorry, I don't have time for that. Alright, that's good. I would have been a little bit worried if she was like, but duel? How do I want to do this? I can either duel this girl or go beat up mine, come back, see if she's moved. Because I'm telling you, I saw her in both places. Let's go beat up mine. Let's go over here. I don't know if I can duel this guy. Well, alright. Let's have a duel then. But yeah, there's a lot of cards that I'm sure are going to have a lot of trouble transitioning over. I can't really think of any of the other now that I'm, discussing it, of course. But it's interesting because there's also a lot of cards that, for example, won't be able to do as well. Like, I feel like, Synchros and XYZs, they don't have a little bit more trouble than, they used to. Because before, they would be able to just activate that cheese, and then I can still summon a monster. They won't be able to, for example, summon monsters that need, 4 cards on the field or anything like that, or, anything too crazy. Like, sure, they'll still be able to do a lot with a tuner and 1 other monster, or a tuner and 2 other monsters, but it's a lot less easy to do all that stuff. Not to mention that I believe you start with 1 card less in your hand. So, since they released Judai, Jaden, and his Elemental Heroes, aside from that, they really didn't give us any support yet for Elemental Heroes. They're slowly giving that to us. But the issue with it is that once you go ahead and fusion all these monsters, you don't have any fucking cards in your hand. Like, that's always been the issue with, fusion decks and Elemental Hero decks, period. But now, even more so, because you have even less cards. So, I don't know, it's a bit of a hassle. Oh, and the other thing that sort of fucks up synchros and fusions and stuff is that, and XYCs I should say, your extra deck is 5 cards max. So you can't come in with your 15 deck extra deck with like every single good synchro and XYZ monster. Like, you can't even have like just in case card, really. So I feel like that'll work. But at the same time, also the life points are only 4,000. So it's a lot quicker to duel people. The only problem is that you, I feel like that's a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to, like, power creeping Yu-Gi-Oh! That's basically what I'm talking about. The fact that as Yu-Gi-Oh! Progresses, because of money and whatnot, they release a lot stronger cards for people to buy it, but these cards are always overpowered because they want you to buy the overpowered cards. So Konami every time has to keep doing that, releasing more stronger cards. It's gotten to the point where it's been crazy ridiculous. Oh, aren't you one of Joey Wheeler's little friends? What a surprise meeting you here. It looks like some good duelists have gathered, but they're all pushovers as far as I'm concerned. How about some mean? Sure, but I'm not betting locator cards. I've got 5 of them already. The next one I'm gonna take from Joey Wheeler. I believe I have all my locator cards? I don't really remember. I either have every single locator card that I need, all 6, or I have 5. Oh, wow, 2 Dorans. Nice. Activate his effect. There we go. And go ahead and try and attack me. Oh, wow. You must have a really shitty hand. Alright. Activated the effect of Doran again. So let's see what you got. Oof. Ow. Oof. Ow. Okay. But you only have 700 attack. That's fine. And you're going to play it in defense mode again. Nice. Well, I'll just play this. Hourglass of Life has been activated. All monsters on field get stronger. I never realized I'd have to pay 1,000 life points. So we can buy. And then take this sweet ass damage. And then that's pretty much game. I mean, if she even summons, Harpy Ladies with decent attack, she's not gonna be able to fucking use it. Because I have tried to tribute. I feel like, I don't know, I usually go through this game with like cheat codes because it's a bit boring. Like, my thing is, like, once I beat in a game, I'll go through it with cheat codes. has already beaten it. So unless the game is, you know, fun and balanced or anything like that, but this is kind of meh to go over again. Once you've already gone through getting all the stuff, and I just kind of want to, you know, experience it again in a different way with, like, you know, all the cards and whatnot. I just go ahead and use cheat codes. Yay, Harpy Lady. Field monster that is half bird and half human. It can power up a Harpy's pet dragon on the own field. That is pointless. How? I lost? You're pretty good. I shouldn't have gone easy on you. I guess you couldn't be weak, come to think. Not if you're friends with Yugi and Joey Wheeler. She makes it sound like Joey and Yugi are, like, related, because it's like Yugi and Joey Wheeler, like, they share the same last name. Whatever, it doesn't matter. She's not here. God damn it. I swore to everything that she would show up. She's still here. Alright, let me duel her and see what she... Huh? A duel with me? Okay. Don't treat me as if I were some ordinary groupie. I'm surprisingly tough. She's talking about because of the fact that she, if you talk to her beforehand, she gushes about Kaiba being in the area. And she's all like, oh my god, he's so cool and awesome. I wanted to see him destroy someone, and etc, etc, but she came a little too late. Let's go ahead and just summon Wandering Doom here. And then just keep attacking. Yeah, I feel like I've cheated, and I've used cheat codes, and I've become overpowered in this game just because of this sort of huge advantage I feel I have in this game. But this game is also really easy. So I don't know. I really haven't. I swear I haven't used anything cheat codes. You've seen me, my DP, you've seen everything. I've just gotten, I guess, really lucky, or I don't know what the case. That was a lucky call, because I'm pretty sure I didn't have enough attack to go into that. But I don't know. I could have swore that at some point it ramps up. I know it's nowhere near as hard as the next game in the series, Refresh or whatever it's called, Destruction. That one's crazy hard for no reason, and with multiple difficulty spikes. But I could have swore in this game by now there was a difficulty spike. I guess I'm wrong. Oh dear, I lost. You're quite strong. So you're nothing compared to Mr. Kaiba. Let's see if she's still there. Okay, she's still there. I don't know what I was talking about then, because I sort of went through this beforehand. I didn't save it, and I was just kind of having fun seeing what it is that I need to do in recustomizing. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Myself to the game, and then fucking she just showed up outside of the building for whatever reason. Well, whatever. Let's go ahead and talk to Joey over here. Yo, Phoenix, what are you doing here? Dueling. Oh yeah, hanging in, huh? How many cards did you get? What? You've collected that many already? Uh-oh, I'm lagging then. I shouldn't have been wasting my time here. I'd better go find some duel partners in a hurry. Hey, I'm out of here. Go for it. Oh. I guess you can duel him. I could have swore I'm pretty sure beforehand, when that guy was saying, like, I went over it before I tried to duel him and it was the same conversation. I don't know, because I have like a list of like how I want to do this and have jotted down like what duelists I'm gonna face and whatnot. But I have Jinochi on here. I guess I just meant I wanted to talk to him. That's so strange. Whatever. Stay fresh.